Hi guys, Mark here. Well, welcome today to Poole Moto here in the south of England, and today we're going to be taking a look at the absolutely stunning Italjet Dragster 200. Stay tuned and I'll give you my thoughts on it. Well, hi there guys, Mark here, and welcome today to a review on the all-new Italjet Dragster 200. So let's take a walk round and just run through the specifications on this absolutely stunning work of art scooter. And again, as always, many thanks to Poole Moto for lending me this bike today, and I'll put a link to their website in the description for you. So price on these, they're coming in at £5,299. That's for the 200 version, and it's £4,999 plus the on the road for the 125 version. These are Euro 5. Comes with a single cylinder, 4-valve, double overhead cam, liquid cooled, 181cc 4-stroke, and the 200 produces 17.5 horsepower at 8,250 RPM, and torque is 17 Newton meters at 6,250 RPM. We've got a 770mm seat. It's quite nice and low, very narrow at the front. It does lift up with a tiny bit of storage under there, tiny bit of storage. Take a look at me on the bike. I'm 5'7" tall with a 30-inch inside leg. And you can see that I fit it quite well with my feet nicely down to the ground, so you can just compare to yourself. Weight on these, 124 kilos unladen weight, and we have a 9-litre fuel tank, and I'm sure fuel consumption on this would be very good. I'm guessing around about 80 miles per gallon at least UK. Tyres on these, we've got Pirelli tyres, 120 on the front, 12-inch wheel, and a 140 section on the rear with a 13-inch tyre. But absolutely, you know, everywhere you look on this bike, the detailing is absolutely exquisite. I mean, you've got LED indicators here, projector LEDs. It's absolutely amazing. We'll have a detailed walk round in a minute as well. So the first Italjet Dragster appeared around about 1997, and it kind of developed quite a cult following. So there's a big lot of interest in this bike now. We've got a single-sided steering system, which is an absolute beautiful masterpiece there. CVT, continuously variable transmission, belt drive, twist and go, no gears, just automatic clutch, very smooth. Brakes front and rear are by Brembo, disc brakes front and rear. But I mean, look at this here, it's just absolutely amazing how that's been designed. Braided brake hoses, single-sided swing arm at the front here, liquid cooled. Got LEDs all round. Front and rear adjustable suspension. Looks like we've got preload here and compression damping. Adjustable rear there. 6,000 kilometre service intervals, which is about 3,700 miles. They're available in this red and also yellow and black with a 2-year warranty. But it's just, you just can't stop kind of seeing beautiful design features everywhere, like here, all of this is just exquisite. You know, the grips are really nice, they're kind of like a motocross sort of style. There we are, guys, let's do the test ride. Okay guys, Italjet Dragster 200. Let's try this out. What a stunner this is. So centre stand, no side stand unfortunately. I suppose there's a price to pay for style like this. So step through, all very light, 124 kilos. First thing you notice is that the bars are really narrow and it feels really quite sporty, completely different to any other scooter I've ridden before. So all very nice quality switch gear. We've got your headlight flasher there, high and low beam, hazards, horn indicators, engine kill switch, engine start, very nice looking key, and a very simple little LCD dash there, just showing fuel, time, trip meters, ABS, engine light, and you've got your little basic warning lights on the top there. So start her up. It does feel very light. Suspension at this moment feels quite compliant, not too stiff. So we'll see how that fares in a minute when we ride it. So anyway, off we go. So very easy twist and go, and a super smooth take up with the centrifugal clutch, which is excellent. Okay, so how does the Dragster 200 sort of ride at low speeds to begin with? You know, if you're going through town, how does it handle? What's the throttle response like? How does the engine run? All that sort of stuff. Well, first off, pleased to report it's extremely light, very light. Incredibly chuckable from side to side. The handling is like nothing else I've ever tried on a scooter before. That single-sided swing arm on the front, coupled with the Pirelli tyres, is absolutely fantastic. Very compliant suspension. Still has a little bit of sportiness to it if you want to throw it around corners. Absolutely brilliant Pirelli tyres. So low speed running so far through like a town environment, first class. The fueling is perfect. There's no hunting, surging, or any stuttering or sharpness in the throttle. It's all very mellow and soft throttle. We're just trundling along now, about 20 miles an hour. Again, perfect throttle response, and the fueling is impeccable, so lovely there. Slowing it right down now, you can just feel the sort of centrifugal clutch sort of just biting. All very smooth and predictable. Low speed running now, look, just a walking pace, very easy. I absolutely love this riding position. It's pretty much totally upright with the feet straight down, so you don't have your feet forwards on this like you would do a normal scooter. You know, normally have the options, don't you, of down or forwards, but this is just down, but absolutely no problem at all. It's very easy to manage. All the switch gear is excellent. We'll try the brakes out in a while, but so far for this sort of low speed running, the Dragster 200 gets top marks from me. Very clear mirrors. I can see a little bit of my elbows, but no issues at all there. Tiny little speedo there, but I can see it very easily. Plenty of pickup from low RPM as well. If you have to sort of accelerate from 30 upwards, very good response on that throttle there. So we're just going to come out onto the open roads in a minute and see how it fares at the higher speeds. Top speed on this I would estimate with about 17 horsepower. It's going to be about 75 miles an hour or thereabouts, dependent on conditions, rider weight, all that sort of stuff. But opening it up now very quickly up to 30. Engine feels very smooth. At this sort of speed there's no vibrations at all. It feels very well built. So we're just coming out legal limit now. I'm just going to open it up a little bit. So there you go, very, very swiftly up to about 55. Quite bumpy down here, and the suspension feels very, very good at these slightly higher speeds. It's just the way this thing just changes direction. It's like unbelievable. It's telepathic almost. That front suspension is a marvel. Rear suspension, all very compliant. It's not crashy over bumps or anything like that. So at these sort of slightly higher revs, slightest little buzz through the footboards, through my feet, nothing through the bars and nothing through the seat. So excellent sort of lack of vibration, should we say. So we'll just try a brake test now. Nothing behind, front and rear together. Wow, very, very good. And we'll do a quick sort of 0 to 50. So as you can see, it's pretty swift up to about 50-60 miles an hour. You're going to get excellent fuel consumption from this, at least 80 to a gallon, maybe even more, I would think. But I think this is just, I can see why these were such a hit back in the 90s. It's got a coolness about it. It's not your everyday scooter, and obviously, you know, it's expensive at £5,000, but hey, you know, what an amazing piece of kit. All the switchgear, build quality, the way the bike actually feels, it feels premium. The ride quality is excellent. It's kind of really, when you quickly look down like that and you see that suspension, you can actually see it kind of moving, so that's quite unique. I do like that. Around these bends, again, those Pirelli tyres really doing their thing. So the back brake is very good as well on its own. But this is a superb, fun scooter. If you want something a bit different, something that's going to turn the heads, definitely have a look at one of these. Let's say 6,000 kilometre service intervals, about 3,700 miles. Let's see what it's like around here. There's a nasty bump just here. Look, that's all right, all good. So just see how it pulls up this hill now. It's holding its own very, very well. Doesn't feel underpowered in the slightest. Seat feels very comfortable. It's not super plush, but it's more than comfortable. You could easily ride this for a couple of hours, I would say. But this is one fun scooter. Wow. I would love to own one of these. Right guys, let's have a full detailed walk around. Final thoughts. Brakes are excellent. That really is something else. So we'll leave the engine running and we can put the indicators and lights on for you to have a look. So only a centre stand on this. So let's try the indicators first. Let's have a look at those. So we've got the dinkiest, neatest indicators I think I've ever seen. Look at that. And we have projector headlights. Put those onto high beam. Hopefully you can see that a bit, but they look very, very bright. So yeah, horn, hazards, all very good. So a little sound check for you. Usual sort of single cylinder throb. Excellent. All right then, let's have a look at this in detail, shall we? So, got a key there to open the seat. There's a tiny bit of storage under there. It's just, everywhere you look, there's unique little design features. but I mean the overall build quality looks exceptional. So we've got preload adjustable suspension. The suspension feels fine. It is slightly sporty. It does look to me that you could back off that preload by a hell of a lot. So if you wanted it a little bit softer, you could do that. So there's your radiator tucked up in there, little fans. But I mean, what the star of the show has got to be this single-sided swing arm. I mean, look at that, how that works. Fantastic. Brembo brakes, beautiful. It's quite similar to the original one from the 90s, I think, from the front there. Wow, that's just beautiful, isn't it? Paintwork looks good. So yeah, what I meant was you can only put your feet here really. It's not really, you could I suppose put your feet there, but it's not really designed for it. So it's just generally a feet down position, which is very comfortable. Seats nicely padded. Beautiful shock, again all adjustable. Wow, what a piece of kit that is. Right, let's just see what it's like to push around. It's about 124 kilos. So, oh yeah, very, very easy. Very easy indeed. And if you needed to push that around in your garage, no problem at all. And it's very, very easy to put on the centre stand. So, there you go, guys. Italjet Dragster 200. What are your thoughts on this masterpiece? Something you consider buying? A little bit sort of quirky, not very practical, because obviously it hasn't really got under-seat storage like a conventional scooter. But then, you know, if you want something that looks absolutely stunning, it's going to turn the heads, definitely worth a look, I would say. So anyway, guys, very, very impressed with that. Rides superbly, goes well, just looks absolutely stunning in my eyes. So post all your comments down below, please. Let me know what you think about these, and please give me a like, share and subscribe to my channel. And as always, catch you again in another week for another review. Ride safe, guys, and bye for now.